Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading. Welcome to the Q for Tarot. I'll be reading for you today. You can call me Empress. Gemini, this is a collective reading, meaning it's not going to apply to every Gemini listening in. Be sure to check your other placements, that's your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus, so you can get a clearer picture. This is a timeless reading, meaning you're going to get to it when you are meant to get to it. Please take what resonates and discard the rest. In this reading, Gemini, I'm going to be doing a three-part reading for you. The first part, I'm going to pull from the Iyuwen Major Arcana Pebbles set, just to get an advice for you for your general life reading. See whatever comes out. The next part is going to be tailored towards advice regarding your relationships or your connections. And the third part is going to be tailored towards advice regarding your finances and your money. If you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, feel free to reach out to me. I'm available on all socials. I am the Q for Tarot. Let's get into it, Gemini. Gemini, the pebble I pulled for you is the moon. Gemini, at this point, there might be some things that are unclear to you. Some things that you're not aware of because you don't see the clearer picture. Now, these might be things that you just haven't encountered just yet, or these might be things that are intentionally hidden from you. So Gemini, your advice is to allow things run their course, allow things to stand the test of time, allow things to go through the seasons so that all will be revealed to you. So let's get into the tarot now, Gemini. You've got the Bearer of Vessels in reverse, you've got the Two of Blades in reverse, and the last one that comes out for you, Gemini, and it just one more, Gemini. We've got the Three of Coins upright. You might be feeling, Gemini, that whoever you're dealing with or whatever situation this is, Gemini, you do feel that the situation does not feel like there's progress. You're lacking a connection with the Bearer of Vessels in reverse. You might be deciding to pull your energy from something or someone is not giving their energy to you because they're holding back their true emotions. They're not revealing to you what their dreams are or if they have plans for you in their dreams. Following that, you have the Two of Blades, which talks about isolation. It talks about the importance of closing everything off and focusing, being alone with your thoughts because you are striving to get more clarity. But that came up in reverse. And the next card that came up for you, Gemini, is the Three of Coins upright. It talks about collaboration. So what might be hidden to you might be the reason why someone or something or situation is not giving to you, is not opening up to you. And that might be because they are not making decisions independently, because they are part of a collective of some sort. Now, this might be a collective that they network with, a connection that they're considering collaborating with on some sort of business venture, or just collaborating with, fraternizing with because they have plans of moving forward. Well, let's find out if you need to be in this connection or how you can benefit from this. Let's get 3 cards to clarify the Bearer of Vessels. Why is the Bearer of Vessels in reverse? The Bearer of Buttons came out upright. The Bearer of Buttons is the Apprentice. We've got the Warrior of Vessels come upright. And the last card, we have the Foster of Vessels come upright. You might be finding that this person is not being open to you, or this situation is not manifesting the way you want because energies are divided. There is the presence of motivation. You are motivated about this. but you're also focusing on the tiny details of things and you're trusting your intuition. So it does seem, Gemini, that you are choosing to hold back because you are driven. There is an end goal you are working towards, and you're spending your time. You're being slow with it because you are interested in the tiny details. You know how important these details are, and you're trusting your intuition. Okay, so let's get into the Two of Blades. Is this you, Gemini? You've got the Tower in reverse. You've got the Star card upright. And you've got the Six of Buttons in reverse. The reason why you're opening up and allowing other people's ideas and thoughts, or considering things from other people's perspectives, the reason why you're open to this is because you don't want this to fail. You probably might have invested in something similar before and you might have rushed it. That's why you're coming in strong as the Warrior of Vessels, because you're spending more time ironing out the tiny details. This is something that you think is going to put you in the limelight, something that you do see star quality in, but you understand the importance of taking care of yourself first so that you can move forward and you can present yourself better and assist people or show up for people better. I've got the Six of Buttons in reverse because prior to this, other times that you have just gone in without paying attention to detail or trusting your intuition, things didn't go quite the way you wanted to go. So you are being more optimistic and you are trying to, uh, you're looking for collaboration, you're looking for help. You do understand that it's important for you to consider other perspectives to get to the success that you want. Well, let's see. The Three of Coins upright talks about collaborations. Let's see what that's about. You got the Lovers upright. To collaborate, Gemini, you're looking for people that understand the same end goal with you. You're looking for a counterpart. You're looking for someone that complements you. You understand that things are not going to go exactly the way you want, and people are not going to execute ideas or have the same kind of feelings that you are. But it's important for you to determine and ascertain that this person has the same end goal with you. Following that, we have the Two of Buttons upright, talks about decisions. You're being very contemplative about this. You're taking your time to consider who you are partnering with, who you are allowing get into your head. This might be a major decision. It does seem like you're at a very pivotal stage in your life, where you're deciding, do I want to stay, do I want to go, what do I want to put my energy to? And the last card coming up for you, Gemini. For your last card, Gemini, we have the Three of Vessels upright, community. It's important for you, Gemini, to make sure that you do have a very cordial relationship with this person, whoever this is. It's important for this person to be your friend. It's important for you to be able to have conversations, to be able to express yourself, to be able to be vulnerable in this situation. Because to move forward, you do need people that understand the same thing that you're working towards, people that are as creative and are as invested as you are. So Gemini, it's a good time for you to be very reflective. It's a time for you to pause with the moon. It's a time for you to understand the dynamics of things. It's important for you to allow things stand the test of time, so that all will be revealed. You are motivated about this, but you are still indecisive. So you might be considering a new angle to look at things, a new way to channel your energies into making this success, because the way you've done it before, you've not been successful. So you are really trying to trace your steps back and find out where it was that there was a fork in the road, and you're trying to consider another perspective, but you know it's important to get guidance and counsel from people, and you know it's important for you to collaborate, to network, but in a business sense and also in an emotional sense. Gemini, trust your intuition. If you're having time, if you're having a difficult time trusting your intuition, Gemini, think about the times that you've not been successful. Think about the times that this has not worked previously, because you might have cut corners, you might have rushed into things, and you were not taking care of yourself. Gemini, you're being advised in this moment of reflection to put yourself first. You show up better for others when you show up for yourself. It's kind of like when you are on a plane and the stewardesses and the air stewards are giving you the pre-flight announcements and checks. When they tell you if you experience extreme turbulence and things seem to go awry, put on your own mask first. You are in a better position to cater for others when you are catering to yourself. If there's no peace within you, Gemini, it'll be harder for you to show up and to execute whatever this is, to make this a success. There's a lot of emotion cards coming up, right, Gemini? You've got the Bearer of Vessels in reverse, you've got the Warrior of Vessels upright, the First Star of Vessels upright, and the Three of Vessels upright. So while it's important to make your dreams practical, it's important for you to pay attention to the details, trust your intuition, and look for a community that would give you tough love, that will be honest with you about how things are not going to work, or how to make them work. So that's it, Gemini. Good luck with that. So let's clear and let's get into information regarding your relationships and your connections, Gemini. I will be reading from my deck. That's the Way of the Empress deck. I'm still going through quality control. As soon as they are able for pre-order, I will let you know, Gemini, because it's important. I would like to teach you how to read for yourself, Gemini. Tarot is such an empowering tool that helps give clarity and helps you consider things from a different perspective. All right, so let's get into messages regarding your relationships. You got the Warrior of Vessels in reverse. You've got the First Star of Vessels upright, and you've got the World upright. Gemini, when it comes to your relationships, it does seem like there is a bit of growth. You've matured. It does seem there's a sense of maturity and growth where you are not wasting time with the little details of things, because you are actually, it does look, Gemini, like you are actually practicing a lot of discernment. You're not wasting your time with the tiny details of things. You are trusting your intuition. You're trusting your connection to God, to your creator, and you understand that when, you know, like in relationships, so they tell you choose your fights, choose the hill you want to die on. You're letting the tiny things go and you're focused on the bigger picture, because you are aware and you are acknowledging all the emotions that are associated with this, and that is going to lead you to getting what you want. So let's get into the Warrior of Vessels in reverse, Gemini. Let's find out why you are acting mature. Maturity is always good. You've got the Four of Vessels upright, and you've got the Fool in reverse. The Four of Vessels talks about contemplation. It talks about deep reflection. It talks about wanting to understand the tiny details of things. It talks about being bored because you've experienced emotions where you've not felt prioritized, and you're not willing to do more of that with the Fool in reverse. One more card to clarify the Warrior of Vessels for my Gemini gang. You got the Majesty of Battens upright. Because you are a visionary. You have ideas that are grand. You're able to channel your creative juices. You have the drive, you have the motivation. You are able to take things and transform them into other things because you have great ideas. You are very productive. You have the vibe. You are fiery. You are in control. You know how to channel your energies to get what you want. That's why you're not wasting time on the tiny details of things, because you have you have experience in this in your relationship. Okay. Clarifying the first star of vessels upright, Gemini, we have the first star of batons in reverse. We have the four of blades upright. And you have the seven of batons upright. While you're being intuitive, you understand the importance of controlling and channeling your energy. The fact that you have unlimited energy does not mean you have to run over people. You're understanding that you need to channel your energy better. You need to be careful that you don't become salty or you don't start acting like a B word, because your intuition, with intuition comes grace, with intuition comes empowerment and enlightenment. Following the first star of batons in reverse, you have the four of blades upright. There's this saying, peace that passes understanding. As the first star of vessels, you are highly intuitive, and that gives you a sense of peace. You'll want to rest because you are tired of challenges coming up, or because you are preparing for challenges that you know coming up, because you're coming up in very, very mature energy with the majesty of batons, the first star of batons, and that would help you stand your ground and speak up for what you want as the seven of batons. Well, you've got the world. Let's see the challenges you're going to overcome to get the world. The hanged one upright, death in reverse. And the three of blades upright. An ideal world for you, happily ever after, the end of all of this, the conclusion to this, what you're trying to work towards, Gemini, is having it all. And you understand that you have to be flexible. You have to look at things from a different perspective. You have to know when it's time to actually let things go because new things are coming forward, or you have to be able to acknowledge and ascertain that sometimes you need to put a little bit more energy into this. You want to understand that you don't have to fight for this all the time, because you know that things are being done right the first time around and you don't want heartbreak. So Gemini, in your relationships, it does seem that it looks like you are beginning to trust your partner a little bit more. You've thought about what you've thought about this relationship and other relationships. You're not willing to start anything new because you do believe in the energy and vibe that your partner exudes and that you also exude as well. You're trusting your intuition because you know that being feisty, being aggressive, being combative is not going to work. You want to rest and enjoy this. And but in you want to rest and enjoy this, and you want to trust that you'll be able to communicate effectively because you know your partner so well, and whatever challenges come up, right, you are willing to face them. You understand that with patience, with consideration, with intentional behavior towards your partner, you're going to have everything. Where both of you are going to be able to look at things from each other's perspective, are going to be willing to fight for this, and you are trying to eliminate heartbreak. If this is a new relationship you are deciding to venture into, Gemini, you're being advised to not lose sight of things. Don't spend your time focusing on the nitty-gritty, and that you lose sight of the abundance of emotions that are available, with that are possible with this new partner coming towards you. With the Fool in reverse, this might be somebody that you have encountered before. It might be somebody that things didn't take off quite well, because this person probably might have been very overbearing. Person might be overbearing, or this person might turn out to be more energetic than you are. But you're trusting your intuition that even though you don't execute things with this new person, you might realize that there are situations where you're just going to have to rest. And it does seem like with this new person, you're going to have to choose your battles. You're going to choose when to rest or when to take up challenges with this person. But what you're looking for ideally is the world. If you're able to control your energies and manage this person's energy as well, and you're able to take much needed time for rest and recuperation, whatever challenges you and this person face, you are likely to be successful. In all of this, Gemini, you are looking, you want everything, you want it all. You want it all, and you are open to new ideas. Be open to new ideas, be open to considering things from another person's perspective, be considering to acknowledge another person's experiences. Don't be so quick to let things go. Don't be so quick to cut things off, because at the end of the day, you're trying to prevent sorrow and heartbreak. When it comes to your thoughts and your thinking processes, make sure that you get enough rest so that you're clear-headed enough, so that you don't say things or think things that will lead to you subconsciously sabotaging this. The major arcanas that came up for you, Gemini, you've got the Fool in reverse, you've got the World upright, the Hanged One upright, Death, and Death in reverse. If you are just considering starting this with another person, don't start if you cannot picture this long term. We waste too much time with people that we don't see a future with. So do make sure this is somebody that you do see a future with. Make sure it's somebody that you're able to trade ideas with, someone that respects your opinion and you respect their opinions as well, and someone that doesn't have a defeatist mentality. All right, Gemini, that's it for your relationships and your connections. So let's get into informational advice regarding your finances, your businesses, new career paths, your hustles, your side gigs, whatever. Whatever brings you abundance, prosperity, and coin. Ooh, the Foster of Vessels is coming up in reverse. The Foster of Vessels has come out in every reading for you, Gemini. Well, let me do a master shuffle and make sure. But when the cards come out, they're meant to come out. I do get that. But let me just shuffle a little bit more. Let's see what happens now that the Foster of Vessels is in reverse. Following that, we have the Ace of Blades, clarity, upright, truth, information. You've got the Fool upright. Gemini, don't be too scared about this. With information is power, and with information comes confidence. When the Fool comes upright, the Fool in many decks is depicted as this carefree fellow that is so engrossed in their dreams that they are dancing towards the edge. They are at risk of walking off the edge. But one thing that people need to realize when the Fool comes out is that the Fool knows what they're doing. It might seem foolish to you, and that's just because you do not get the clearer picture. This is not your journey. Gemini, this is the time to be practical. This is not the time to... It's always a good time to pray. It's always a good time to manifest. But this is the time to actually look for that sign that you need that will give you the confidence to take a leap of faith. So if you're thinking of venturing into something new, get more information. With clarity comes confidence. With clarity comes preparation. Well, let's get into the Foster of Vessels in reverse. Why is the Foster of Vessels here for Gemini? 10 of Batons, exhaustion. The Star in reverse, Majesty of Blades upright. Yeah, you might have been focusing more on on waiting for a sign. You might have channeled your energy towards just the spiritual. It's time to focus on the practical things, and you're exhausted about this. You've put all your energy and all your drive into this, and you haven't taken care of yourself. This might be the reason why you are not trusting your intuition, because Energetically, you are tired. Physically, you are tired. Psychologically, you are tired. You're just thinking of strategy, strategy, strategy. Well, this is the time to actually be practical. Don't rest on your laurels, Gemini. Don't rest on your laurels, Gemini. Partner with or embody the energy of the Majesty of Blades. The Majesty of Blades is also the King of Swords. Oh, I forgot to let you know, Gemini, in this deck I renamed some cards. Wands have been renamed batons. Cups have been renamed as vessels. Swords have been renamed as blades. And pentacles have been renamed as coins. This deck is also color coded. I will take a picture and I would make that the clip art for this episode. And I need to figure out how to cross post and where to cross post so you could also visually see what I'm saying. I've been having issues recording for YouTube, that's why I switched to the podcast, but I absolutely intend to also run the podcast. Well, let's see. What truth do you need? What truth are you going to receive that's going to give you the confidence to get into this? You've got the Four of Blades in reverse. You've got the Tower in reverse. You've got the Nine of Batons upright. You're going to realize how tedious this is going to be. You're going to realize that if you don't, you need to realize that this is going to be tedious. There are many possibilities or opportunities or scenarios where this can go wrong. So you're going to realize how important it is for you to start things off on the good ground, on morally sound, ethically sound, socially sound, spiritually sound level. You are using the lessons you've learned from previous failed endeavors because you don't want to be tired. You're tired of carrying it all on your own. You're tired of the reward not meeting the level of investment. It's like saying you spend so much time hiking up a mountain to get there and realize that there's so much cloud cover or that the view is not worth it. You're tired of that. You want your efforts to be match the output. You're tired of being tired. Exhaustion is not what you're working towards. By the time if you're able to reconcile this, Gemini, I think you'll be more confident to trust your intuition and embody the energy of the Fool archetype. So let's get into the Fool. Let's find out why the Fool is here. We have 10 of Blades upright, concession. Yeah, because you want to start something new because you're tired. You're tired of giving all your energy into something that didn't work, but you are using the lessons. You're starting over with experience. With the Eight of Blades come up in reverse, there's no anguish about this. You're not mentally enslaved about this. You're actually free. You're actually empowered. The Three of Coins. Because you do still see this as an opportunity to collaborate, to join ranks to achieve this. So Gemini, whatever business venture or financial decision you want to make, it's important that you remember that you have to be practical in this decision. Don't take on more than you physically or energetically can commit to. This is a time to be more benevolent and to look outside of yourself and to find out how you can gather all this information that you have and use them to create a very solid strategy. You need to be aware that this is going to take a lot of your time, a lot of your mental thinking, you're going to have to exercise your communication skills and your intellect in this situation because it's going to be so easy for this to fail. It's going to be so easy for you to be exhausted. But With to be forewarned is to be forearmed, Gemini. As a starting off new, remember you have seen the worst of this before. This might have failed before, but you are taking accountability and you're not being encumbered by defeatist thoughts. You actually feel empowered and you're moving towards a good collaboration. Let me see what else. What else do I have for you, Gemini? Yeah, Gemini, it's time for you to get out of all the theory of things and get into the practicality of things. And the practical side of this, Gemini, is going to be very tasking. You are going to need help, you're going to need to collaborate. When the Three of Coins comes in a reading for you, Gemini, you're reminded that collaboration is important. Now, you might be in the position of being a teacher, of being a mentor, of being a mentee, or of being an investor. But with all the grunt work that it seems like you have to do, it does clearly indicate, not clearly, well, I would say it indicates that you might either be in a mentorship role, is giving more of mentee role. Well, it might be mentorship because you are trying to embody the majesty of Blades upright. Yeah. So find out how you can work with people around you. You can't do this by yourself. This requires too much mental headspace, too much energy and drive. You need a team, but just get information and know that the fact that you have a team doesn't mean you have to slack. Gemini, it's a lot of work that you're going to have to do. So as long as you are able to reconcile the amount of work that needs to go into this, the amount of transparency, the amount of strategizing that needs to go into this, Gemini, I do see you getting into a successful collaboration. Well, that's it for me today, Gemini. Thank you for being here with me. If any of this made any sense, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, book a reading. If you have any questions about this particular, about any of the readings I've done for you today, Gemini, feel free to send me a message or ask a question. You just might be picked for a free reading in the next Gemini read. Okay, Gemini, take care of yourself. Bye.